Hello. I didn't sort out the light. Hold on. How's that? I totally forgot. My bad. How's that? Blinding? Fantastic. Okay, hi. My name is Charlie. Welcome to my space. We're going to try and be concise today. I had a look at the cards to see what this reading was about, and what I heard was House of Flowers. Very nice. Let's have a look. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Nice. Okay. So you're moving from exhaustion to healing. Really, the word that comes to mind is rejuvenation and recalibration. So you have the 10 of Wands, the Page of Wands, and Strength. So you've been in a cycle that has been absolutely difficult. I see that you're really stretching yourself thin. She's burning a candle in this one while she does what she does. So it's very burning the midnight oil, if you will. But I feel like, oh, that's so interesting. Look, there's flowers all, oh, sorry, excuse me. There's flowers all around the outside of the card. So this is kind of like you're pushing yourself to the absolute limit of what is possible for you to achieve. You're finding the absolute outline of your capacity, and right on that outer edge you're really finding something beautiful and very fulfilling for you. It's kind of like I'm hearing that it gives more than it takes from you. So I get the sense of right at the end of all of your responsibilities, and right at the end of the energy you have for the day, you're learning to commit to doing the things that you feel very strong, very passionate about, very strongly about, and they're fulfilling you and they're energizing you. And with that energy, you're taking that journey. I get the sense that you haven't had a lot of time and a lot of energy to pursue the things that are meaningful to your heart. And you may be someone who has children. Like there's a child in this image that's kind of watching what mama does all the time. I get that. You may be a parent, and that's hell of a job. You know, that is something, the way you have to burn the midnight oil, you know. But here we are, me and you, together, learning, growing. And what I see is that as it feeds you and sustains you, like the next card, the person is surrounded by electricity. So you start to get this electric charge. You start to become ecstatic. Your enthusiasm begins waking up, and you're able to start on this process of embracing your passion and bringing it out of you, and trusting the process of your creativity and where that might take you. But I also get the sense of really enjoying it for what it is in the moment. You're enjoying the relearning process. I understand these are probably skills or crafts that you've done before, you've touched on before, but you're now reaching new levels with them, and you're really able to throw a new level of enthusiasm into these things. Excuse me. I love the word enthusiasm, right? It comes from a Greek word which means enthos, and enthos actually more so translates to the God within. So when people are enthusiastic and you can really see everything just shining out of them, it makes so much sense to me that that is the God within, that is the spark within coming out of them. And I think you're letting it out. You're finding time to let it out. You're not just doom scrolling or watching telly, or you know, you're really engaging in things that fulfill you. And because of that, you are indeed filled. Oh, Lord. But it real... Excuse me. I'm sorry. I was very lewd. Let's move on. So the understanding is that reawakens your connectivity and your sensitivity. So with my strength card, it shows that she's then connected to the children and the animals, the land and the sea. So it starts to awaken parts of you that you've been looking for. You may have been looking for these parts outside of yourself, and you haven't been finding them because you have to... I said something yesterday that was so good, not to toot my own horn, but it's like what's projected is what's reflected. And if you're looking outside of yourself for things all the time, you're just coming from a place of lostness. Don't like that word. So when instead you're devoting yourself to yourself and your own God within, your spark within, and that enthusiasm radiates out, it then echoes back to you, and you start to... This is beautiful. This is beautiful. It's going to start to snowball. I really get the impression that you are probably a parent, because there's two children in these cards now, but the central focus is still you. This Knight of Wands is a solo card, and it's all about your own inner state and how your inner state affects your energetic state, and how your energetic state affects your environment. So maybe you're stepping into your role as a matriarch. If you're a man watching this, maybe this is about your feminine side. Maybe even if you're a woman watching this, maybe this is about the way you parent yourself, and the way that you regard yourself and encourage yourself and allow yourself to grow, instead of being a critical parent towards yourself. You're being a nurturing parent towards yourself, and that allows you to be more vulnerable with yourself, because you can be trusted with more of yourself. You're not just going to start like attacking and gnawing at everything. And with this 10 of Wands, the exhaustion, I think you've learned when to stop, because there is such a thing as doing too much. I don't like grind culture, like hustle culture. It can get to a point where you're putting yourself in a detriment. And usually the 10 of Wands is about just exhaustion and too much responsibility. If you resonate with this reading, you may resonate with the last one as well, because it's about learning to... I'm so sorry. I'm making me so gassy. And being able to advocate for your own needs in a healthy way for other people and yourself and maybe it'll be of interest to you. Don't know. Okay, keep looking. Keep looking. So you've got... Let's just pull a stack and kind of see where it goes, because why not? It's my reading. That's how I want to do it. What are we saying? Okay. Oh. All right. So let me pop these over here. There's a little trio. Pop these here. The Six of Cups, the Three of Swords, the Moon. So there, I don't get the sense that the Six of Cups is you. The Six of Cups is very much about an innocent, pure, playful type of love, right? And someone is thinking of you in this way. I think someone is wanting to bring this out of you. They've definitely known it in you, and it's heavy in their heart that they don't see that version of you anymore. With the Three of Swords, there's a great deal of disappointment that comes with this card. Usually the card would have more, the classic depiction of the Three of Swords is just tragic, frankly. And this one isn't so much. I'm getting the impression that it's about necessary pain, not suffering, but necessary pain. So this is about, I think oh God, the Empress is here again. Girl, I think, sorry, my feet are going dead. Hello. So, have a look. She is holding the bow, and the arrow has gone through the buffalo's heart. So I think this is, you have done something with your own best intentions in mind, and it hasn't gone swimmingly. It's gone in a way that has actually pained you and hurt you. I think, but potentially you bit off more than you could chew, and it's left you in just a state of depletion, right? That Ten of Wands again. This really links back to the previous reading. With the moon, I feel like something is being taken from you. I feel like there are things that are going to be taken off your plate, but they will still be on the table, if that makes sense to you. The responsibility will still be upheld, just not by you. Like someone you trust and love is going to take it from you because they want to nurture you, is the sense that I'm getting here. I know what this is about for me. I feel like there's someone that wants to give you so much, you know, they really want to. House of Flowers, bloody hell, seriously. Like, there's this person, they've got this woman in their heart, and he's holding this wreath of flowers. And I feel like they want to give it to you, but they know it would be the straw that breaks the camel's back. There's just not space for you to hold it right now. So they know they need to take things from you so they can allow you to receive more. This is very a divine feminine, divine masculine type of energy. So if you're not someone who's in like a committed relationship, and you're not someone who has like many people around you as such, and you don't know who it is, I would say this is a way that you're treating yourself. I think you have the opportunity to put down some of the plates that you're spinning and allow yourself to play, basically. Going back to that strength card, we were talking about being more vulnerable and allowing more of a vulnerable self to come forward because you can be trusted with it now. And when we get into those like inner child spaces, children at the end of the day just want to play. That's what they're all about. They love to explore, make games. They're curious. I'm getting the word whimsy. Maybe you need to make your life a little bit more intentionally whimsical. And I understand you can't completely avoid the responsibility of life. It's a beautiful thing to have responsibility. It helps you grow as a person. But there is like an upper limit to how much you can take on without just becoming a robot. Oh, my mascara is so itchy. So I think you're being invited to recognize you got into the position you were in because of good intentions. You still had to learn something from this experience. And what you need to learn, wonderful analogy from someone whose name I cannot remember, is he talked about there are glass juggling balls, rubber juggling balls. And sometimes you just need to let the rubber ones go and they'll bounce. That responsibility will come back around, but the glass ones will break if you don't catch them. You're being invited to bounce bounce a couple of balls. Yeah, we're gonna. I'll stand by that. Bounce and balls. Oh Lord. Well, I think unless you cling on to these responsibilities, I think some of them are naturally just going to fade out because we've got the moon. And once again, sometimes it looks like the grandmother figure is putting something into her mind, and sometimes it looks like she's taking it out. And for me personally, this looks like she's taking it away. That's what I think. What do I know? Okay. What else? What else? What do we see? Have a look. Oh. Oh. I'm going to pull the next two sets together because I feel like they're connected. This set is talking about relieving yourself of self-deception so you can break through into a more limitless reality. And with the Eight of Swords, I think it is more linking back to that releasing of enthusiasm. I think because there's a bit of they're being bestowed a bow and arrow. Someone in the back is playing music, there's fresh fruit, it's a very multi-generational thing. What's interesting is that's the same girl with the bow and arrow from the Three of Swords. Why would she pass on something that's caused her so much suffering? Because the Three of Swords be like that. Maybe not in this deck. I'm tired. I'm really struggling to find the flow in this reading. So it's a sense of you worry how you're actually going to uphold the responsibility that you do have, because you know that it can be disappointing, and it can be this endless tap. And I think you're going to have a breakthrough in your understanding of what these responsibilities mean, and instead of just being this endless list of cyclical jobs, that's the thing, they're cyclical. That's some of the issue about especially household responsibilities, is you do the job and it's fucking there again tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? And they all feed into each other. It's like, oh, god damn. Seriously. But yes, seriously. And when you are able to intentionally recognize that the work you do is very valuable and it provides something beautiful. The mundane can provide you something beautiful if only you want to see it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I have to use housewife analogies because I'm a housewife and this is my experience, and this is how I personally am gaining this understanding. Maybe in a different scenario I would gain it through something else, but I don't have that experience, so I can't speak in that way. I can only speak of my own experience. And my own experience, it can be tedious to wear the clothes, wash the clothes, hang the clothes, fold the clothes, Plan the meals, buy the food, cook the dinner, eat the dinner, wash the dishes, put the dishes away, clean the house, clean the thing, use the thing, clean the thing, use the thing. It's very monotonous at times, especially when you have children. You don't really get to enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? Especially if the cleaning is done at the end of the day. You're giving yourself a fresh reset every day, and every day you're ticking away to make sure you have a fresh reset the next day. But it's never fucking reset because it's an ongoing process. It's cyclical. But when you look at it like that, it becomes infuriating. However, I feel it's worth appreciating and celebrating. I don't have to haul my clothes down to a fucking river and, beat them with a stick and hang them in a tree and then walk them home. Heavy clothes, walking them home. I feel ever so lucky at any point. I can just run a tap and I can have hot water and I can buy soaps and cleaning detergents that don't have parabens in them and they smell like rhubarb, but they're still non-toxic. And there's something very somatic, I dare say, something very warming and relieving about having your hands in a bowl of nice hot water, and you're cleaning the plate and thinking about the meals that you've eaten and how you've enjoyed them. And when you take those mundane tasks and look at them in such a way, I do my laundry and I look at all the beautiful clothes, particularly my child has. I love those clothes. They're adorable. I look at all these things and think how wonderful it is to actually have them and how much I appreciate them and how I appreciate how easy it is to actually care for these things. It is repetitive and it is monotonous, but it's not necessarily laborious, perhaps is not the correct word. It's not. You don't have to particularly break a sweat. Do you know what I mean? It's just so much of housework is just pottering. I'm just walking around constantly. But it's good for you. It's good for your lymphatic system. It's good for your movement. And when you intentionally move your mind over to those things, you gain an appreciation for your environment and the things you have and the things you've earned and even the things that you are doing. And you learn how valuable you learn how valuable your action is, even your mundane actions, the things that you can do whilst running on automatic are immensely valuable. And when you begin to view things like that, you are effectively conditioning yourself to constantly see the beauty and the value that you bring almost effortlessly. And that starts to open things up. That starts to feed you the same way the creative passions can feed you. Do you know what I mean? And that really opens you up to cultivating yourself in a positive way and cultivating your environment. I'm tired. This is making sense to me. I hope it's making sense to you. I think we're nearly there. I think we're nearly there. Okay. I'm going to pop these away and just ask for a closer. Ah, shit, I keep forgetting. I've got a pack of false alarm. I've got a pack of rune cards. I'll bring those up tomorrow. We'll just pull a rune. Why not? Oh, fuck it. Do you know what I actually have up here? I have a deck of dragons. Oh, not that one. Oh, oh. I ain't looking at that. That's not for me. No. No. You go back in the box. You're fine. House of Flowers. House of Flowers. That was the name of the video. So I think... Alright, and this is the intuitive part, I guess. I think you built a bit of a cage for yourself, where your love for yourself was purely conditional, and those conditions were probably based around how well you could perform your responsibilities and your duties, and how effortless you could make actually quite how effortless you could make your success look. And it's not easy to be all round successful. It does take labor. So you've built yourself a bit of a cage in yourself, and then because of that, your environment started to reflect that. Obviously, it started to feel like that, and you started to behave like that, and you entered that cycle. And I feel like you're now coming out to the other side of it, where you can accept softness from yourself. You can accept that something needs to change, and you can embrace it from a totally new place, because now it's not like you started in that place. So you can have a massive appreciation for the gentleness you're offering yourself, because it's something that's very newfound, and you kind of get the sense that you earned it, even though it's not necessarily something that you needed to earn, but you've learned enough from your experiences of being harsh that the gentleness that you can now offer yourself seems all the more precious for it. And then your environment will start to reflect that. You've cultivated a new version of yourself, and through that, the flowers are now blooming. And everything begins to feel gentle. And you know, these things still need tending to. Many flowers require pruning, they require feeding. Some of them require certain soil types, they need certain amounts of light and temperature, they need watering effectively every day. It's still work, but it's beautiful work, and it's rewarding work, and it feeds you more than you feed it, which is interesting. So it's the thing of, the more of yourself you can give to yourself, the more your environment will naturally want to give to you. And there are people, and I believe etheric beings, that would like to help you with that. They would like to gift you with something. It's sort of like it's at the gate. You just need some help getting it in, if you will. I think that's it. I'm not going to push for more. I feel like that is enough. Yeah. It's a lovely energy. It's very floaty. It's like jasmine. Like, jasmine is very pungent, but it's also very dreamy. What's the meaning of jasmine? Fuck it. Let's have a look. Jasmine, spiritual meaning. Fuck off, AI. Love, blessings, healing, wealth, and spiritual correctedness. Damn. In Buddhist tradition, the Buddhist flower, particularly white jasmine, symbolizes motherhood, love, and respect. Are you mothering yourself with love and respect? I can cultivate that. I have the potential. I can cultivate that shit. All right, I'm done. I am done. I still have more to do tonight. Okay, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you were able to resonate. I hope you took what was useful for you and were at least entertained by the rest of it. Please do remember to like and comment and subscribe. That would be wonderful. To see you again, or maybe not, who knows. Either way, thank you for joining me. Night night.